downtown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The punter, Jack Fox, handling the kickoffs. And off we go from Ford Field. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, this is Kendre Miller. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Tight end on the move left. He'll look to throw. He'll look underneath, and here's Miller. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's a handoff to Miller. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Miller. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll look to throw. He'll get that to Wilson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They face 2nd down and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A hit as he threw. The pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down. Grupe's kick is good. And the Saints are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
First and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Second and a yard. They'll run, and this is Ramondre Stevenson. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Pete Werner there to make the tackle. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. That changes a lot. He's out of bounds all the way down at the 20-yard line. A long one from Gibbs. An even 40 yards. They send a receiver in motion left. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
His kick is good. And the Lions will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll get it going on the ground with Miller. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this ball batted away. And incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And 3rd
sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Now a screen set up for Miller. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win. And that's exactly what he did here.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So a field goal apiece here in that first quarter. 3-all is the score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now give to Miller running right. And he'll be taken down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown Saints. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Makes the score Saints 10, Lions 3.
After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Look to hit him with the jet sweep here to begin this drive. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide. Well done. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Gibbs. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Gibbs. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. It is a big play there for the Lions. 31 yards. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They hand it to Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a give to Gibbs, running right. To the pylon, he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Two choices down there. Either work it up inside or use that speed to the edge. And Greggy's able to sneak it in for the touchdown.
Down here this close, Mike, there's a lot of bodies in there tight. So oftentimes, if you can get the back on the edge, they can rely on that speed, and that's exactly what we saw here. He wins the race to the pylon, and he's rewarded with 6 points.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Left side into the hands of Olave. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
The Lions called their first time out, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former Wolverine, the rookie from Michigan.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Brian Branch. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again? Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Sudden change, so you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, that offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They're going to get this outside. This could be a double pass. The throw is going to be caught. And it works to perfection. A double pass leading to a run into the end zone for a touchdown. Groupie now for the extra point. He gets it to go. The Saints will come back to tie things at 17. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Receiver in motion, headed left. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Little backyard football here by the quarterback. It looked like he was running around the playground in his early days. The disruption of the timing early was the key, and from that point on, him and his receiver just unable to get on the same page.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll throw out of the gun. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Big strides, look at him go! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
Over the course of my career early on, there was a handful of guys that were downfield threats in the passing game, but they did a lot of stuff in the run game. They were really good extra pass protectors, and if you threw them the ball, they had very sure hands. But what we're seeing now is the ability to get deep and add layers into the secondary as a pass receiving threat, and not only do damage before they catch the ball, but so many of these guys have tremendous ability.
And he's in! Kendre Miller. Touchdown, New Orleans. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now, faking the give. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
It is 3rd and 10.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, But when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. First down throw there is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
His handoff to Miller, running left. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. He'll look to throw. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Third and a yard. We'll try and run here with Miller. And he is going to have the Saints first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Olave is the motion man. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll look to throw. A pass taken in by Miller. It'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
2nd down and 3. They send the tight end in motion. Once again, it's Miller. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Miller. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a pressure kick coming here for Blake Grupe. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Going up top. That's caught. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. The extra point now coming from Blankenship. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3 of field goals here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. First and 10 now from the 36. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
First and 10. They'll run a draw now. It's Kamara. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Alvin Kamara that time, and it'll be third down. Back to throw. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on third down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard. They timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
He is taken down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They bring the tight end in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Quick throw here is complete. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Saints. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete. You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On third down, they'll set up to, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with the lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. They get the conversion with a gain of 22.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. It's 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses.
That is intercepted.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
We'll start the drive with Miller. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
On 1st and 10, it's Miller. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Miller. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. The Lions called their first timeout. They'll stop it. Just over 40 seconds to go in this one. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Working free downfield, it is Williams. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything, they are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
In need of a recovery and a quick field goal, here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.